Yo, what up? This is your boy Rama, and I'm sure you may have heard of the sad news that Val Kilmer has passed away at the age of 65, I believe, which is young. But that also kind of tracks because I think Tom Cruise is also in his 60s, and they were in Top Gun together, and they were fairly the same age range. But anyway, um, yeah, man, that bums me out. And I usually don't do videos about actors who passed away, but I want to do this one because, as you know, I grew up in the 90s. I was a millennial. Top Gun was before my time, obviously, but I was a huge fan still. But that was in the 80s. But I grew up in the 90s, and the 90s is Val Kilmer at the height of his popularity. That was Val Kilmer on top of his game. We're talking about Tombstone. I mean, Doc Holliday, the Doors. He played Jim Morrison. Batman Forever. He played the Cape Crusader. The Ghost in the Darkness when he and Michael Douglas chase, hunt down the lions. And of course, who can forget Heat? Heat, my God. Michael Mann's masterpiece. The bank robbery scene with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. Val Kilmer just kind of ruled the streets on that one. And so, and you, I think the last time that he was energetic on the screen and playful, and it was a Kiss Kiss Bang Bang movie that was 20 years ago with Robert Downey Jr. And then right after that, I believe, or soon, a few years after that, that's when he got his throat cancer. And as you all know, we saw his final performance on Top Gun Maverick in 2022. And when we saw how he looked or what he looked like, after the surgery, that he was struggling to speak, struggling to deliver his lines, we knew at that time when we saw him, like, okay, I think his days kind of numbered. Not to be mean about it, but we knew that we eventually or soon enough are gonna have to say goodbye to him. The question at that time was when, and today, April 1st, 2025, that question gets answered, unfortunately. And this is no April Fool's joke. He did pass away today. It was all over the news, and of course, the celebrities or his co-stars, people who have worked with him, are pouring in their comments and tributes. And, oh yeah, Val Kilmer was this. He was this kind of guy and stuff like that. But as a fan, man, it hit me hard because, like I said, I watch many of his movies, especially the ones in the 90s. And I gotta say that it to this day it's a crime, it's an abomination that it's a fact that the Oscars or the Academy did not nominate him for his performances in both The Doors and Tombstone, especially Tombstone. The fact that they snubbed him for that performance, and like not even a nomination, it just to this day, it just when you think about that, it just makes you boiling mad, makes you feel angry. Like, what the hell? Have you not seen? I'm your Huckleberry, the way he did with the whole cup thing. That tuberculosis smile. Trying to keep it together while being ill. That was some sick, amazing performance. Um, and I've watched Tombstone so many times over the years. Love that movie, and just it gets me angry when I remember or the fact that he never got Oscar nominated for that one. And those are the two, The Doors and Tombstone were the only two opportunities or two chances that he got. Kind of like recently we talked about how Demi Moore, probably that was her final chance, the last substance. We'll never probably get to see Demi Moore get a second Oscar nomination ever again, because what are the odds that she's gonna get a juicy role like that again? That was Val Kilmer's last two chances, and and he meant nothing to them. And that's just so. I think he was underrated. Maybe people gonna associate him with the Batman thing. I don't know, but he was a great actor in my book. He was so underrated. He was underappreciated. The Saint, I remember The Saint too, and so many movies, man, so many movies. Uh, memorable performances. So yeah, it's a sad day. 65, so young. Uh, we, the cinephiles, we movie fans, will deeply miss him. But we'll have his movies forever with us. So that's the upside. All right. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer.